In this installment, we'll be bringing you the best bets for Super Bowl 56. This matchup between the LA Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals, highly anticipated. Let's get into it. Hey, yo! Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to give you the winning ingredients for your Super Bowl 56 best bets between LA Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals. This matchup we did not foresee, but it is here, and I'm still excited to break down some of the leans, some of the favorite novelty props that I do have, and a same game parlay that you can copy. Obviously, if you want to mix and match, go ahead, but I'm going to be telling you some of my leans in this game. Let's deep dive into that. But before I do that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessNudgeSD. And also, if you are a follower and not a subscriber, go ahead and click that subscribe button right now. We are currently at 760. 1K is the goal. Once we get to 1,000, that 1,000 subscriber will receive cold, hard cash to them. And I'll be super excited. That 1K goal is going to be huge, man. Really, really going to be huge. So let's continue to push forward the information, spread it to anyone that you know that's in betting, that's in DraftKings or FanDuel. So let's get into this highly anticipated matchup, the LA Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm going to be using DraftKings Sportsbook. Obviously, there's FanDuel Sportsbook, Caesars, BetMGM. There's a ton of platforms that you can use your Super Bowl betting on, but I'm going to be focusing on DraftKings Sportsbooks. I also use FanDuel, but it's just going to be strictly on DraftKings Sportsbook for this one. So you might see some different props on different sites. In this matchup, I am going to be leaning towards the spread, and which is going to be the +4 on the Bengals. I like this game to be more of a closer, tight-knit game, not a LA Rams blowout like a lot of people are seeing. If you want to cover yourself on that, definitely be fine with +4. For the other plays as the total in the money line, I love the over, and I'm leaning towards the Bengals money line in this game. So we're going to continue down below. Some of the novelty props that I'm going to be leaning towards is going to be tails, as the coin last year was heads. This year, I'm going to be going with tails. Let's continue to go down. And a stat about that, the coin toss winner has lost the last 7 out of 8 Super Bowls. So that's something interesting to look at as well. For color Gatorade, I'm going with the best odds here. And I'm going with the fact that's my favorite flavor, and that's purple. All right, I'm going with purple as the Gatorade color at plus 1,400. If you throw $5 on that, that's 70 to $75. That's off of $5. That's great. It's a great multiplier. Why not? Plus 1,400. I know a lot of people are leaning towards the more obvious choices of orange because of the Bengals and blue because of the Rams. But I'm going to be against the grain, and I'm going to pick purple. I love purple. All right. So we're going to continue on, and let's get into our same game parlay. So for DraftKings, you have to click into the same game parlay section, and that's when you can build. Obviously, you have to have 2 or more picks for it to be qualified as the same game parlay. So we're going to start off with what I said before, and that's going to be over 48.5 in this game. If I'm looking at anytime touchdown scores, the 2 of the guys that I really think are definitely going to get a touchdown, that's going to be Joe Mixon. He gets a high usage rate in the red zone, and they definitely use him in goal-to-goal situations. He's been very solid. I like him to get a touchdown hometown, all right, from Oakley, California. He's playing in SoFi in Cali. Joe Mixon's going to have some of his family there. I think he gets a touchdown in this game. And then Odell Beckham, with a lot of eyes on Cooper Kupp, one of the more obvious choices between Kupp and Jamar Chase. I'm going to go with the secondary option in Odell Beckham. He's been a very targeted red zone target since he's come over to the LA Rams as well. And definitely, I'm going to follow Champagne Poppy with his bet on anytime touchdown Odell Beckham. I'm going to put him in my same game parlay as well. Some of the other guys that I do like as a touchdown, other than Kupp and Jamar Chase, are going to be T. Higgins. Definitely like him with all the attention on Jamar Chase, especially because of their number one corner, Jalen Ramsey. He's going to be focusing on Jamar Chase, so I like T. Higgins. The other guys that are very, very sneaky are going to be Kendall Blanton, the tight end that's going to be replacing Tyler Higbee because he's injured, and also CJ Uzama. CJ Uzama is back and healthy. He's been highly targeted all throughout this playoffs, especially in that game against the Chiefs before he got injured. He had 2 targets already, but then got injured. I like him as a touchdown. And I want to stay away from Cam Akers, okay? In this situation for the LA Rams, the reason why I'm staying away from Cam Akers is because now they have 3 running backs, all right? Cam Akers had big question marks in that game against Tampa Bay with those 2 fumbles. He almost gave that game away. They have Sony Michel, who's a Super Bowl veteran, and now Darrell Henderson, who was very good in that red zone area all year long before he got injured. He is now back, and they might rely on him in this situation. He was the number one back all season long. Now coming back into the forefront, he can be someone that can take carries away from Cam Akers. So we're going to stay away from him in that one. Obviously, a last-ditch effort, it would be Van Jefferson as well. But for this same game parlay, I'm just going to stick with Joe Mixon, and we're going to continue on with the passing props. And the passing prop that I do like for both QBs, I think both QBs throw 2 touchdowns at minimum. So we're going to add Joe Burrow at plus 200, and we're going to add Matt Stafford at plus 200, at plus 2 touchdowns. If you looked at all the TD guys that I added, it got to an astronomical number. So you really get creative. Throw a little bit of money on big wins. That's the name of the game. You don't have to throw $50, $100 on this just to get a big, big payout. You can get really creative, make a couple of these, spend only $5 and enjoy the game. Hopefully everything hits. All right, you could definitely do that for this game. The yards definitely like around over 250 for Matt Stafford and around over same thing for Joe Burrow as well. For the rushing props, I think we can get really bullish on this side, and I like the under on Cam Akers. Like I said before, 3 running backs, question marks with his ball carrying ability. Obviously, he is the better back, but this is a they have 3 guys that are going to be active now, and the number one starter is back. So we're going to see, but I like the under on Cam Akers rushing, and I like the over on Mixon. I like him over 54.5. He's been passing that around that area, and then Cam Akers has been way below 89 yards rushing each game. If you want to go to the receiving, Mixon has been solid in the receiving game. If you want to go there for the running backs. Now, the options at receiving, I like CJ Uzama over 19.5. You can obviously push that even higher and higher, and the odds are going to get bigger. We're currently at plus 1,800. Definitely something to look towards. Cooper Kupp and Jamar Chase, you're going to have to pay a high price for that. I'm going to avoid them. They're the more obvious choices. You can add them if you want, but for my same game parlay, I'm going to stay away from those in this particular one. And then we're going to go with Kendall Blanton. Kendall Blanton over 24.5. Him replacing Tyler Higbee. Higbee was getting 5 to 6 to 7 targets a game. Kendall Blanton did something similar to that when he replaced him in that 49er game at 5 to 6 to 7 catches in that game. So definitely something to look towards. Both of these teams use the tight end at a high rate. All right. So we're going to continue with the wide receivers, the secondary wide receivers. So I like Odell Beckham's overs at 59, at 69. The higher you go, the higher the odds. Definitely feel comfortable around 60 and above. And then T. Higgins, the same way for him. I feel comfortable around 60 or above for him. Okay? So we're going to continue going down. They got alternate yards for Van Jefferson if you want to go that route. They got Cam Akers. They got Samaje Perine if you think he does something on third down situation. If they're down big, he can come in and probably get a catch for a big run on the screen. But those are just some of the things I was looking at. I think I have one more thing for you, and that's a game prop. And if you really want to get crazy, because right now I got 11 plays, and it's at plus 5,500. That's a great payout already. If you want to get super, super crazy, obviously you can add sacks, you can add interceptions, fumbles lost, anything. Everything is on here for DraftKings, and it gets really crazy on FanDuel as well. But I think this game goes into overtime. And if that happens, we're looking at a crazy number at plus 35,000. That is insane. All right. If you want to add that, obviously you can. If you don't, you don't. If you don't want to, fine, leave it out. But those are some of the leans that I'm going to be leaning towards in the same game parlay. Let's just go over it right now. We got the over and the points. We got Mixon TD, Odell TD. Two passing touchdowns for Burrow and Stafford are in there. The under on Cam Akers. We like the overs in receiving for Uzuma, Kendall Blanton, Odell Beckham, and T. Higgins. So if you want to add that in there, go ahead. And then if you just want to throw $5 on that, $5 on plus 5,000 is $255. Definitely something worthwhile if you feel like you want to do that. And it's only a couple bucks. Couple bucks, enjoy the game, you get a big payout. Who wouldn't want that? All right. So those are going to be the plays for the Super Bowl that I'm leaning towards in this game. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessNetSD, and I'll be back with another video very soon. Peace out, guys.